I'm Tim McMahon, and welcome to Inside Toledo. This is a show where we go on virtual home tours of residents of Northwest Ohio. My guest today, you know him from the Toledo Walleye. It's Evan Rankin. Evan, thanks for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you guys are doing this. It's unique in this time right now for us to actually be able to get some social interaction.
It is a little different, and I don't have to come out there with a whole crew and cameras and stuff. We talk for 20 minutes and then we turn this off. We go back to our normal lives. I mentioned that obviously people know you in Toledo as a member of the Toledo Walleye, so beloved around here. It's been a few years since you played, but what was your most cherished memory of playing with the Walleye?
There's too many things throughout my career that I could kind of put a finger on and say that was an amazing moment. And truthfully, we just had so many fun guys to be around. And I just remember, a lot of the road trips, even winning, in Alaska and all these crazy places that, now looking at my life, I can, talk about being there. And it was, it was just all those moments that you can just kind of drive into that were so much fun. But you can't take anything away from being in Toledo. And my favorite hockey moment for sure was Game 7 against Kalamazoo here in Toledo. I'm a Kalamazoo native. I'm from there, so playing them in the playoffs was always a fun thing for me. And in my mind, I kind of knew I was retiring after that season. And here we are in a Game 7 tied, at the end of the second period. And I'm thinking to myself in the locker room, like, this could be it. Like, this could be the last period of my entire life. I played for 30-some years, and it all kind of boils down to one moment. And scoring a goal in the third period just kind of, drove home everything in Toledo. And for our team kind of rise up and win that game was just, I'll never forget that moment.
Have you continued to stay close with the organization and follow them over the past few years?
I definitely have. And I kind of feel bad for the guys this year because we had, such a good team, and records are broken. Shout out to 10. He snapped, the all-time point record. But at the end of the day, like, I feel really bad for those guys to not have the chance to play the playoffs. I mean, I'm in my home. I look forward more than anything to watching playoff hockey, and not being able to do that year and having to watch like reruns of it. Yeah. It's been pretty tough not to see a fish flying onto the Huntington rink. But it's a kind of a unique thing for us because we ended up moving in this process. So, during COVID, we were, able to kind of get ourselves situated, and, you look forward to watching some of those reruns.
Now, you mentioned you moved and you said we, so who is in the home with you?
Jenna's actually here, but she's got her own, work going on, probably another Zoom call. And then I got Nash, who's, resting away. Every parent knows out there, this is like, dream come true when your baby gets to take a nap. But no, he's such a good kid. He's so much fun. And it's kind of funny. He wakes up in the morning and he's like, Dada, hockey. And it's like, I'm so glad that you're doing this. I don't really know if I drove that into him or what, but he loves it. So it's a lot of fun for me.
What have you been up to since your playing days?
Yeah, so I work in medical sales now for a company called Penumbra, and we're kind of like a first line company right now because we suck out blood clots from the heart, the lungs, basically anywhere in the body, and it's kind of a life-saving product. So for us, it's extremely rewarding to know right now when you have so many patients that have, blood clots developing because of the disease, to be able to have, some influence as a company to actually save some lives. So that's, you really can't speak higher of, everyone that I've kind of come in contact with and all these people that are out there. And the one thing I'll say is people are starting to go back to the hospitals, and I would definitely recommend anyone, like, people were avoiding if they have a heart attack or anything of these names, like going into the hospital because they were so scared. And I would definitely say that the hospital is one of the safest places you can possibly be right now. So if you have any of those, crazy symptoms or heart attack, like, definitely go see the doctors and get your life saved. We just moved, so right now I'm walking where there should be a huge kitchen table that we ordered, but hasn't showed up yet.
Yeah.
This is the great room, and I kind of can see you this way. This is probably going to end up moving downstairs because Jenna is expecting, so we're probably going to have another little one on this wall here really soon.
Congratulations.
But this is thank you. This is from the bobblehead night that I was able to be at, and this was kind of just a random but candid shot. And I don't think you guys can see it, but the laser stripe says Evan Rankin bobblehead night. So it was kind of cool that Jenna might even snap that picture, but either way, it was definitely nice to have that. Got Nash and Tucker. I mean, standard family stuff. Got the baby books too. Like, Jenna does so good with these things, and I wish I was better at it, but thank God I married her, because she is a magic touch with all these things that I don't. And then, shout out to her right now. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna put up, I'm sure, but
I would assume so. Yeah,
definitely have her Emmy here in the corner. That's pretty sweet to have. I was gonna get a TV to fill that whole space, like a bigger guy, and then put this in the bedroom or something. But the hockey's not on. Why would I splurge now? Honestly, the main talking thing that everyone, when they have come into the house, is the fridge.
Yeah.
If people see this fridge, and shout out to Michelle Construction, they just nailed it with this thing. And I mean, Jenna's kind of a health nut. We'll speak to our OCD for a second, but like you can tell we got all our drinks, and here's my vice. Like, this is my weakness.
Yep.
Cherry Coke Zero. And then here's my office in this area over here, clearly taken up by all my major office.
That's your table there?
This is my table. I like to play with these blocks on the everyday.
It's good for the brain. Yeah, it stimulates you.
Yeah. So Nash definitely, dominates this room, and he is 2. So he is right in the thick of it.
Yeah, the terrible twos.
Obsessed with Snoopy. Like, Snoopy's his guy.
I love it.
Snoopy, and we got Spike here too. You can't.
I was gonna say, I saw Spike when you first walked in. Who's the little guy on the floor I saw in the background, the furry dog?
That's Tucker. He is the most chill, cool, calm, relaxed little guy in the whole world, and he's wearing a shirt that says "Hear Me Roar." And he got his COVID quarantine haircut. I'll take you guys downstairs. We're building a gym right now, and this is where it's going to start. But you got Nash's little goal.
That's so cute.
And he scores a goal, that baby's going off. He walks into this corner every time that we have to go upstairs. He puts his hockey stick in the corner, and he says, "Bye, hockey, love you." Didn't teach him that, but clearly he has a knack to love this game. So some of the things that I saved, just for example, like I have the stick that I scored the 200th walleye point for my career. This was the ESPN backhand hat trick, the 100th walleye goal, ESPN shootout goal. So this was the stick from the bobblehead itself.
Wait, what do you mean from the bobblehead?
So the walleye made a bobblehead for me the year after I retired. And this is the actual stick that scored the goal that they made the bobblehead from. So this was in the playoffs against Colorado. This would have been my last series playing professional hockey ever. I don't know if you can see, but there is a puck right there going into the net.
Evan, thank you again for taking us around your home. I could hear walleye stories all day. That's good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, and again, it's very unique to be able to have that stuff and a lot of Toledo history in your own house. Living in Toledo, like it's pretty special.